Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons. Going to be making a beautiful dish with some skate wing called a blanquette. Hello, in this video I'm going to be cooking this wonderful bit of fish. It's called skate or ray wing. I did a video a couple of years ago that's proved really popular where I did a very classic French technique where you pan fry it and you serve it with a brown butter with capers and parsley. It's absolutely wonderful, and I'll share a link to that video up there. I thought I would do a different version today because people might be thinking, I wonder how else you can cook it, Uncle Matt, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to fillet it, I'm going to make a stock with the bones, and I'm going to make like a vermouth and creamy stew with some vegetables, and I'm going to poach this wonderful bit of fish in that sauce, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I think you're going to really like this one. Okay, we're gonna fillet this bit of fish, just removing that knobbly bit at the end. That's sort of getting in the way of me filleting it, but all those bits of the bones we're going to save. It's going to go in the stock. Now, talking of the bone, that is where it is. It's run sort of horizontally. Now, this is a really, really good fish to eat if you don't like bones, because it's got that one bone in the middle. When you've cooked it on the bone, usually it's very easy. You sort of scrape all the meat off and then you flip it over and you go the other side. But to fillet it, I'm just being very, very careful. Got a nice sharp knife. Trying to do sort of long, deliberate strokes. Keep that knife as close to the bone as possible. Just checking there's a little bit there that I left on, a bit of bone. And I put the pink side on the inside, tuck those edges in, rolling it up into like a little tornado there. And it looks quite nice, doesn't it? And I thought it's a bit big potentially to sort of be cooking it at that sort of size and shape. So I cut them in half and securing with a cocktail stick, which in hindsight I don't think the cocktail sticks were necessary. I think as long as you're very gentle when you cook these, they will be fine. And here's the other side. The full recipe for this will be on my website, unclematt'scookerylessons.com, and a link for that will be in the description. So that is the second side of the wing done, and just preparing those bits as well. So there we go. We've got 2 fillets cut into 2, so we've got 4 pieces there. So while I just slow down the footage there for a second is because I want to give a big thank you to Sonny from That Dude Can Cook, who for some reason gave my channel a big shout out in a recent video he made of my bread and butter pudding recipe. And it's brought a lot of new people to my channel, and I'm just eternally grateful, Sonny. What a nice thing to do. The best Christmas present I got by far this Christmas. And to all the new people, welcome. I hope you like my videos, and as usual, please guys, give us a little thumbs up in the videos. I really appreciate that. And so again, Happy New Year to you, Sonny. You're an absolute gentleman. So that's the skate wing bones plus some stock vegetables covered with cold water. Just bring that to a gentle simmer, and I mean a gentle simmer, don't boil this. A timer on for 25 minutes. I think that's just about the right amount to extract good flavour for a fish stock. These are the vegetables that I'm going to use in the finished stew, just showing you there. I've done a bit of preparation in advance. Time to strain the stock. Now I like to use a 2-strainer method. I've got my very fine chinois underneath and a more sort of larger whole one on top to get out most of the stuff, most of the bits that we don't want in there. Having a taste, it's not that strong. So obviously maybe I used a bit too much water, but that's fine. Once I've passed out the bones, we can then reduce that, and you taste it along and you go, okay, yeah, that tastes of fish. I'm happy with that. Fish stock made. Right, now choose a pan for finishing this dish, and sort of selection of the vegetables. Not all of them. I've left the green beans out. I don't want them to discolour too much. A bit of olive oil, a bit of salt. Sweat those for a few minutes. That was some vermouth and some white wine, and I want to simmer that gently until that alcohol doesn't taste like boozy anymore. So you've got the flavour of the wines but not the alcohol. In with those green beans and some of the fish stock. And I say this is a not exact recipe, this is more of a techniques video, so don't worry too much about the quantities. Some cooked new potatoes went into that stage, plus some double cream, or heavy cream if you're in the States, some lemon zest, and now that I'm happy that the vegetables are almost cooked, like just about cooked, time to put in the fish, and that the heat goes down real low at this point because we want to very, very gently and delicately cook this incredibly delicate fish. It's a beautiful fish, but it will fall apart if you're a bit rough with it, and also it can get tough. So once I'm happy, after about 5 minutes or so, that fish is now just about cooked, in with some peas and some parsley, and time to serve it up in a bowl. And you know me, I don't really get too into the finesse of things. Just get it in a bowl and have a taste, and I'm going to send you over to me now for the tasting. Alright then, so skate done a very, very different way. I'm taking a liberty by calling it a blanquette, but you know, it's sort of white and it's sort of a stew. So blanquette of skate it is. I'm going to finish this with a little bit of freshly squeezed lemon. Let's have a taste of this skate. Oh, it's delicious. And cooked so slowly like that, it's really tender. If you boil it, it's going to get tough. That works very nicely indeed. So I do recommend you give skate a try. The traditional method might be a bit simpler, but if you fancy having a go at this slightly more technical version, it's well worth it. And thank you very much for watching Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons. I hope you like this channel. If you're here, I'd really appreciate some interaction with you. A thumbs up, comment, share it, subscribing. It really helps the channel. Tell YouTube that it's not a horrible channel and that perhaps they could suggest it to a few more people and they might like it as well, and I would be eternally grateful to you. So a happy new year everybody. Let's have a great 2022 and I'll see you again pretty soon. Bye.